Hey guys, today I'll be going over gem forging, including how to upgrade and reroll your gem stats, as well as the best ways to do so. To get started with gem forging, you will need a gem forge, which can be crafted in the gem and gear improvement section of an adventurer's crafting bench. Within the gem forge, you can either upgrade or reroll the stats of a gem. From left to right, your options are Builder's Rough Focus, Precise Focus, Superior Focus, and Contained Chaos Spark. The options that use a Builder's Focus are used to upgrade the stats of your gems, and the Chaos Spark is used to reroll a stat of your gem. You can craft all of these items at an adventurer's crafting bench in the gem section. The Builder's Rough Focus requires 1 Bound Brilliance, 4 Hearts of Darkness, and 2000 Flux. The Builder's Precise Focus requires 1 Bound Brilliance, 3000 Water Gem Dust, 3000 Fire Gem Dust, 3000 Air Gem Dust, and 4000 Flux. The Builder's Superior Focus requires 1 Bound Brilliance, 30 Diamond Dragonite, 3 Titan Souls, and 150,000 Flux. And finally, the Contained Chaos Spark requires 3 Lunar Souls, 4 Binding Darkness, and 2100 Eyes of Cthulhu to craft. Now, there are 2 new materials that were added specifically for gem forging, being Bound Brilliance and Binding Darkness. Bound Brilliance can be found in boons or collected from events, and Binding Darkness can be found in gem booster boxes or can rarely be dropped by mini-bosses in the open world. I have a Binding Darkness farming guide, which you can find in the top right card or in the description below. Now back to the gem forge, we will go over how re-rolling stats works first. With the Chaos Spark highlighted, you are able to choose any of the 3 stats on your gem to re-roll. There are no restrictions on how many times you can re-roll the stat of a gem or how many stats you can re-roll, meaning you can re-roll the first stat of your gem 100 times, and then re-roll the second stat of your gem 100 more times, and then the third stat 100 more times. There's no limits to what you can do when it comes to re-rolling. The stats you can roll on a gem are magic or physical damage, critical hit, maximum health percentage, and flat maximum health. This means if you have a 3-stat gem, it is a 1 in 3 chance to get the stat you want, considering you already have 3 stats locked in, as you cannot have 2 of the same stat on one gem. This is increased to a 1 in 4 chance if you don't have either physical or magic damage on your gem, as they both can be rolled into if they are not already locked into your gem. Now let's talk about the meat of gem forging, being upgrading your gem's stats. The percent you see in brackets is how close the stat is to being maxed. You can max all 3 stats of a gem, however stats with bonus rolls, indicated by the blue diamonds, will end up with much higher stats than a stat without a bonus roll, or with less bonus rolls but still keep the same percentage. These bonus rolls are obtained on a gem when it reaches levels 5, 10, and 15. If a gem is leveled up without having 3 stats to start with, then instead of getting the first 1 to 2 bonus rolls, the gem will get another stat up to the cap of 3 stats maximum, so it is never recommended to upgrade a gem without all 3 stats on it to start with at level 1. It is also very important to keep in mind the starting value of your gem stats. It is possible to find a perfect gem with all stats at 100% already maxed out without needing to ever upgrade the gem. However, it is more likely for a black hole to consume the Earth than it is to find a gem like this. So the point is that a gem will have varying stat values like they always have had, and this will determine the percent of the stat before you upgrade it, so it is still generally a good idea to go for higher stats on gems while farming. As an example, a triple damage gem with around 1.3 kpr will cost so much more to upgrade than a triple damage gem with 1.6 kpr at level 25. Now let's get into how each of the builder's focuses work. Starting with the rough focus, it will increase the percent of a stat by 0.6 to 2.5%, depending on how many bonus rolls are on the stat. I will link to an amazing resource in the description below, which I will be using as my reference for this video's data. It will take a total of 240 rough focuses to max out a single stat of a gem and is never ever recommended. The precise focus will increase the percent of a stat by 1.25 to 5% and takes 120 to max out a stat of a gem. This is the focus that 90% of players will and should be using to upgrade their gems, as it is a nice balance of cost versus percentage increase. Finally is the superior focus. It will increase the percent of a stat by 3.1 to 12.5% and takes 48 to max a stat of a gem. These are obviously by far the best focuses to use while upgrading your gems, however they are extremely expensive and should only be used by endgame players that already had 1,000 Lunar Souls and 1,000 Dragonite saved up before the patch. Remember, the higher the starting stats of your gem before upgrading, the less focuses you'll need to max out these stats, and these numbers are how many focuses it takes from 0% to 100%, so keep that in mind. 48 isn't the exact number, that's just to go from 0 to 100. It could take you 30 to 20 depending on how high your gem rolled at the start. And that's pretty much it for gem forging. It is a lot of information to take in, and definitely benefits from first-hand experience, just like how flipping does when it comes to the marketplace, but I hope you guys still enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like, and if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button, plus the bell next to it so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. If you would like to further support the channel, make sure to check out my Humble Bundle affiliate links in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.